The schedule is out. Let's plan our hockey lives for the next 12 months right now here on Teal Town Live.
Soccer players are the biggest wusses.
And with that, good evening, everyone. And that's why we love hockey.
Dude, fucking guy went down like a sniper shot him. He was barely touched. Meanwhile, you'll see a guy lose 8 chiclets and miss one shift. Like, give me a break.
Welcome to the schedule reveal show. This is one of the ones that we love doing here. So if you want to be part of the show, chat with us and fellow Sharks fans all over the world and in Sharks territory on the YouTube page or the app. Follow us on the socials. Find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you have any donations that you want to share, you do it in the super chat if you're watching us live, or hit us up on Venmo at tealtownusa. It is myself, Puck Guy, alongside AJ Strong. How are you besides melting?
Yeah, aside from the ridiculous temperature, fine. Looking forward to having lunch on Thursday in a ice cube.
Same. Right. I look quite forward to that. More than anything, if you want to find a cool place, why not head over to the prospect scrimmage at TexU on Thursday at 11 a.m. Might be helpful there. So
yeah, like how are you not spending your days this week anytime TexU is open?
Right. It should be a good one indeed. So let's get right into this. Sharks schedule came out this morning. There are things that needs to be said between the two of us. We'll start off in October. Opening night at home against St. Louis. Then you have an Anaheim, which I believe will be Los Tiburones night, and then 6 of the next 7 on the road, including. And I know I know AJ's been a big suggestion of having Anaheim and LA back to back. However, in the middle of the week, come on, guys.
Hey, you know what though? I'll take it. At least this is the first time I've seen them play back to back, and I don't know how long. It's also, I think, notable. That must be one of those days where they're doing one of those scattered starts throughout the day.
Yeah, that's 6:45. That's going to be the Frozen Frenzy game.
Yeah. So my comments for October, first off, the Thursday game, October 10th, the 49ers also playing earlier that day.
5 o'clock.
Yeah. So that's, kind of it happens from time to time. What are you going to do? The one that I think would, oh shit, look at Chris coming in hot.
Chris, JWS, good to see you, my friend. I think he's in the area, by the way.
Nice.
$9.99 super chat. Mike Sullivan's dog says, hey. There might be a story that we might have to ask a little later, buddy, for that. But go ahead, AJ. Sorry.
The 20th. If the Sharks don't ask the NHL for like a schedule shift, something's wrong, because at the exact same time, the 49ers are hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, it's a Super Bowl rematch at the same time that the Sharks are going to host Colorado. So it's like, just flex.
My God.
Yeah, just flex that game to make it a 4:30 start, because Colorado and San Jose, neither of them played the next day. They both play the following Tuesday. So is it really going to change anything? So that one, unless that's some sort of a national game, and why would it be? Either way, I mean, the eyeballs watching that are going to be quite low. We will get to the Clowe and Thornton chatter in a little bit. Don't worry.
Absolutely. Don't worry. We're going to recap day 1 of development camp in just a bit, but we're going to get through the schedule first. So
the other one that jumps off the page to me for October is the fact that they're playing home at Halloween, which I can't remember the last time that they've not only played at home on Halloween, but at home on New Year's, and we get both this season. So
yeah, it's been a while. It's been quite some time, to be quite honest. So
yeah, I can't wait for whatever Sharky comes up with all the Halloween shenanigans.
and you have to think he's going to have multiple costume changes. So,
but you got 3 away, then you come home and host, and then you go away for 4. That's a interesting quirk. But you know what? Those 4 games away, it's like, give me a break. Anaheim, LA, Vegas, Utah. Like literally, you're playing the 4 teams that are closest to you. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think if that's ever if you ever wanted to go on a road trip with the Sharks, that's your perfect one. Anaheim, LA, Vegas, Utah, you're all right there. Your first trip to Utah, to the Delta Center, that should be quite interesting there. But if you have the time off during the week to do that, go for it, man. I mean, shoot, that's looking very nice.
Well, and I hope they come up with something. I mean, it could be, we don't know. We'll probably know by the end of the week. But that could be that Halloween matchup could be Bedard versus Celebrini.
Yeah.
We would likey.
Very likey. Let's hope that's not like on ESPN Plus or something like that.
Yeah. But, overall, for first, aside from that, the couple of those 49ers.
Yeah.
The rest of it, okay, good October. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, totally. We move on to November now and really get into the deep dive of it. You make your first trip out to the East Coast, which, I'm sorry, New Jersey, then to Pennsylvania, then back to New York, then back to Pennsylvania. And here's the interesting one, AJ. They've split the New York trips. Islanders usually get the Islanders, Rangers, Devils all in one roadie. This time, nope.
Yeah, it's a little. It's something.
Yeah, and again,
I mean, it's still kind of. I mean, they're still going to play at Boston afterwards, so.
And again, you had to sneak in that Detroit game on the 18th. I mean, I'm sorry. Let's just have a 6-game roadie where you make your way back from Dallas and St. Louis. I mean, that just seems a little messy.
Yeah, that's the one that I look at and I'm like, okay, that's a fuck up. But I go, you know what? We're not even 20 games, or we're barely 20 games in. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. But they're definitely, I mean, the miles might take a toll on there, for sure. Down the road.
I'm fine with it.
But then you have a 4-game homestand that gets you to Thanksgiving: Buffalo, LA, Ottawa, Seattle, and then becomes a home and home with Seattle. Friday the 29th at 12:30 on Black Friday, and then Saturday the 30th against Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena. That might be one to go in there. But
this is the one that bakes my noodle.
Go for it.
Two times this season, the Sharks have the home and home. Seattle in November, then Nashville in January. All we heard about after the bubble is how great that was and that we need to implement that more often. Why is the NHL not implementing that more often?
They don't care.
So fucking stupid.
They don't care. They
so fucking stupid. And then I'm sorry. Look, I would imagine this is San Jose's request. I'm sorry, but we're going to do the retirement night against Buffalo. Now, like, I get it. You want to do it on a Saturday, but they literally play the Bruins on Saturday in March.
I think the biggest one, though, AJ, is think about it. What was, I know you tracked the attendance last couple of seasons. What was the lowest selling game? It was Buffalo. So you make it an insta sellout, and for that game.
I'm pretty sure it was Dallas, dude.
Was it Dallas? I thought it was Buffalo that for the last couple of seasons. I remember the year before, Buffalo was like barely over 10,000.
Well, I mean, okay, fine. Either way, though, like, I don't give a shit about this whole attendance thing. There's just the fact that, like, if they're playing Boston on a Tuesday, fine, okay. But it's like they're literally playing them on a Saturday. The only way I can wrap my head around this is 2 reasons. It's either A, Jumbo is like, fuck the Bruins. I don't want to be a part of that. Like, make it another night.
Fair.
Or It could be that they've just like tracked weather and said, you know what, there's going to be a lot of outside shit with the teal carpet and all that. And the weather still relatively nice and dry come November 23rd, right around Thanksgiving, whereas March 22nd can be a little shitty as it was this year.
Yeah.
So maybe like that I can see, but either way, that just seems weird. But I mean, who was the opponent for Marlowe's thing? Was it like Nashville or something?
No, it was Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, see, that doesn't
and that was a horrible Chicago squad pre-Bedard.
Yeah, that didn't make any more sense. So anyway.
So November 23rd against the Buffalo Sabres. That's a 5 p.m. start. I would think the ceremony would probably begin around 3 roughly.
Oh, who knows? I mean, just block out the day. And I already have my tickets. So literally bought my tickets earlier today. And the funny thing is too, is that there were some rumblings that some people were saying that it was going to be a very difficult ticket to procure. But mine, I was able to get on that horrible website called Ticketmaster and pick up a couple. So we all good.
We're all good with that.
Those are the two that you're gonna get. And you know what? Pro hack tip. Just letting you know, if you can pick up a couple tickets, I'm just saying maybe you pick them up and you put them in your back pocket and you wait 3-4 months, and maybe you sell them if you can't use them at a nice tidy little profit. I bought tickets for the final A's game.
Yep.
At the beginning, right when tickets went on sale, I bought tickets for $32 in like section 220 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just behind the plate, a little bit more towards the third base side, third row, unobstructed view. The row in front of me is on like SeatGeek or StubHub, one of the secondary markets. I bought 32 a piece. They're going for 230 a piece.
Understandable.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make a tidy profit or not. Because there's actually a concert happening that night that I'd kind of like to go to.
Chris in the chat saying Buffalo is the Florida Marlins of cities. And of course, March 22nd is also the Pliny release.
Ooh, we like a Pliny release.
Got other priorities. Don't want to conflict 2 Bay Area greats.
Hell yeah. Chris, you check out that Russian River R&D yet? It's tight.
Kathy, good to see you. I hope you had fun at development camp today. If you got tickets for the jumbo retirement, I hope you got them down at one end and not the other. If you know, you know.
Yep. Yeah, no, that worked out for me. I was like kitty for the Marlowe one. I was like kitty corner from the shark head.
Yeah.
Perfect view.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Let's go on to December now, where they will where that Seattle game kind of gets them going for a bigger road trip. You add on the Seattle, you got a 6-game roadie. So Seattle, then you all go all the way to Washington, and then you get into Tampa, Florida, Carolina. You get that Southeast, that old Southeast division out of the way, and then
that road trip makes such a so much sense.
Yeah, no, and you hit St. Louis on the way home, which is a nice pit stop there. Utah makes its inaugural visit to the Shark Tank.
Salty dogs.
Yes. Then you have kind of a Central Division, homestand with Utah, Winnipeg, Colorado. You go up to Edmonton. You play the Canucks on the 23rd.
Yeah, what's with the 1:00 start?
That's got to be a big all-day hockey night in Canada game.
All right.
And then you have the Christmas break from the 24th, 25th, 26th, and then Tomas Hertl makes his return to the Shark Tank on the 27th of December. He'll also come back, not even a week and a half later for Vegas's 2 trips to the Shark Tank, January 7th. But there's another ticket that's going to be one that's going to go fairly big with Hertl there.
Will it?
It is Hertl.
It is, but and as much, I mean, nobody loves Hurdle more than me. Out of
Right.
all the jerseys that I have, I don't know that I have more jerseys than Hurdles, but I think I don't know what it. I just feel like Thornton, when you come to most beloved Sharks, like Thornton is probably leading at number 1, maybe Pavelski at 2, maybe Marlowe at 3. I don't know. Does Hurdle make the top 5?
He was so beloved. I
He
thought.
was. I don't know. I'm real interested to see how that reception plays out.
Right.
It should also be noted that the St. Louis game on the 12th, that's another one that will be taking place at the same time as a 49ers game.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you have 3 games this season that literally occur at the same time.
And we haven't gotten to January yet, so that'll be an interesting one. But the Sharks have that 3 games to finish off the year, and like you said earlier, AJ, they're at home on New Year's Eve, and it's an early 5 p.m. start, which I get.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The people, the funny thing is, Flyers fans might not appreciate that start. But what are you going to do? But like I said, it just seemed like it was a running thing that death, taxes, and the Sharks playing in Dallas on New Year's. That seemed to be like a running deal.
Or just being on the road. Remember that disgusting 8-5 Calgary loss?
Yeah, I was going to say Calgary, Colorado. Dallas. Yeah. It's weird.
Molasses. Good to see you, bud. Who is that bum on the left of the December schedule? Oh,
I mean, he's still. Don't get me wrong. Hurdle is still beloved.
Yeah,
but I'm. I don't know. It felt like Hurdle. Wilson didn't keep Pavelski, and we all know that the other guys. We all understood Thornton and Marlowe, the details behind it. But Hurdle, it felt like he was like, these teams suck. I need to leave to get cup.
Right. And now how's he doing?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if I'll be interested to see how many more playoffs Hurdle sees between now and the end of his career.
I'm just a reminder. Sharks own Vegas's first round pick.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Are we not rooting for Vegas to drive off a fucking cliff? And the fact that they just let their heart go to Nashville?
Right.
Ooh. All right.
Yes. All right. So let's flip the calendar to the new year. But
dude, notable, a 6-game homestand, at the end of December into January. Nice.
Right. They're in big chunks.
And it's really cool, because for the boys that they play that game at Vancouver on the 23rd, it's in the Pacific. It's, relatively close. It's in the same time zone. Then you get to spend, the holidays at home, and then you get to stay home for a couple weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you're not leaving until after the Vegas game on the 7th, and then you just go to Utah for a game, and then come back to do Minnesota, and then of course go on another Eastern roadie where you go to Detroit, Columbus. You get the Islanders, which throws me off a little bit, and then the
Bruins
MLK
10 a.m.
MLK game at 10 a.m.
Oh, I hope you people have MLK Day off.
Yeah. But then it's a quick trip. Then I'm glad it's an early game, because then you're flying all the way to Nashville to do a home with Nashville, of all people. I mean, we had one against Toronto last year. So
wouldn't that be cool if planes could like drag each other like race cars? So like the Nashville plane could just drag the San Jose plane for like half the trip, and then San Jose could save fuel by dragging the Nashville plane. That would be cool.
Would be nice. But the Cup champs come into town January 25th. Sidney Crosby and company, and some guy named Erik Karlsson on the 27th. So you get Stamkos, the Cup champs, Sidney Crosby, and Erik Karlsson all in the same homestand to round out January.
Did Erik Karlsson's already played at SAP with Pittsburgh, right?
Right. He was part of that 10-2 loss in November.
Oh, that's right. God, see, it's like you talk about. I don't remember. I'm sure there was some. I wasn't there at the tank. I'm sure there was some sort of tribute video. But I mean, I think my feelings about Erik Karlsson are well documented. But yeah. Anyway.
And then to finish off January at Seattle, which is a bummer. That's during the week. Damn it. Don't earn my new job. Okay. But then we get into February, and it's very light because of the Four Nations face-off that's going to happen between the 12th and the 20th. The Sharks will get 2 weeks off, but they will have a 3-game homestand to start the month of February. Montreal, Vancouver, Dallas there, and then after the tournament, which is it's kind of nice that you're going to be in Calgary, Winnipeg, and then Montreal. You get some of those Canadian cities out of the way.
Well, what are you talking about? It's an all-Canadian party there for fucking 5 games straight going into March.
Right.
So it's nice. You don't have to deal with customs for 5 games. You don't have to deal with any of that shit. But can we just point out the fact that they're going to have 2 straight weeks off? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be nice. I mean, I put a picture of Tyler Toffoli with Team Canada. I can't see anybody really going for any of the teams for the Four Nations face-off. I mean, maybe Fabian Zetterlund gets in.
Dude, I'm 50 shades of don't give a fuck about the nation's face-off. I'm looking forward to the break, to be quite honest with you.
Right, but I mean, Celebrini might get in. Will Smith, who knows?
Hey, get in. You know what I'm looking forward to during those 2 weeks off? I'm looking forward to seeing some Barracuda games
and the Super Bowl. Hopefully, a certain football team is in it.
Oh, yeah, true. But that's the time that I'm going to be able to say, all right, what's doing at Tech CU? Like, get in for a couple games there.
Jules is trying to get you going. You love him, AJ, about Carlson.
Oh, yes, so much.
Chris saying,
you know what? You're going to tell me that I love EK. I'm going to tell you one thing. Not even close.
Yes. Knucklehead Roadie, as Chris is saying, the conversion rate on the road trip is pretty bad.
You're not wrong.
Didn't it happen last season with 2 weeks off with the All-Star break? Yeah, they was pretty close. They definitely had a lot of time off during the All-Star game, and that's kind of what this is essentially about.
Yeah, but this February-March thing coming out of the out of that Four Nations break is really interesting to go on a 7-game roadie that takes you into an 8-game homestand.
Yeah. And that's the next thing on here as March rolls around. You finish up. You practically hit all your Eastern Canadian teams here.
Well, looks like Brent Burns coming into town.
Yeah, Ian Reed's going to have fun going to Ottawa, and then a back-to-back at Toronto, at Buffalo, and then Colorado there, and then. And correct me if I'm wrong, AJ. I know we had like that 10-game road trip years ago when the tennis tournament was happening, but I don't think I've ever seen an 8-game homestand before.
I think I've seen an 8-game homestand once or twice. I've never seen 9, but I'm pretty sure I've seen 8.
Right.
I'd have to go back. I'd have to do some research and shit, but yeah. So, let's hit that really quick. So. The return of Hurdle is December 27th. The return of Meyer, January 4th. The return of Burns, March 20th. And the return of Goodrow happened about a week ago. Hi-oh. And then, interestingly enough, wait a minute. That didn't happen more than once, did it? Fuck you. Okay, I'm sorry. How did they pull this shit off? They can't pull this off any other time, and they did it twice in 1 year in October at Anaheim, at LA, back to back, and then end of March 30th at LA, the 1st at Anaheim. Fuck you.
That's why I was like, at least they got a weekend game in for one of those games.
But yeah, it's a Sunday. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
But the fact that the NHL were finally able to figure out how to make it so the Sharks would play in SoCal back to back, finally, fuck, there may be hope for you yet.
Yeah. It only took 34 years to get it done. Well, 31 because Anaheim came in year 3. But,
yeah. Okay. So the Saturday the 15th, what the fuck with that start time, bro? The fuck is going on March 15th? Is there a new holiday that I missed?
I mean, St. Patrick's Day.
No, that's the 17th.
No, I know that, but maybe they're doing something special in San Jose on the 15th. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a
Bullshit.
They're not going to change the
time for that.
Saturday afternoon matinee. Get the kids
That
out.
must be some sort of like 5:00 thing in DC or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird fucking time. And you know what? I'll accept that time. I still have issues with October 20th at 1 p.m. Fuck off.
But
I'm gonna, you know what? I would actually put like a hundy down right now that says between now and that game, it gets flexed.
Let's hope.
Yeah. No desert dogs this year. No salty dogs, my man. Salty dogs.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying. Oh, hold on. Chris got milestones. January 5th, 10-year anniversary of the first Teal Town broadcast, back then known as Pucknology. January 27th, that's 10 years of every game, I think. Oh, that's, yeah, where we went live after every game. Jesus Christ, has it been 10 years? I need to find
this is
another
season 10,
hobby.
my dude.
I need
season
to find
10.
a new hobby. Jesus Christ. The other thing, though, that's funny about the SoCal teams, so they were able to figure out how to do back-to-backs in SoCal, yet none of the games are on the weekend. Like none of
That's
them.
a
Like
bummer.
even the games that LA and Anaheim play up here, which are almost always on a Saturday, aren't. So that is a little scheduling quirk. I might have to reach out to a couple people and say, like, kudos.
Right.
Like, yeah, fuck those SoCal teams. We can't go down there for Saturday. They can't come up here. Fuck you.
Right.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense. But this homestand is pretty crazy. You have Islanders, and then Stamkos returns to play for Nashville.
Stamkos, I think you mean Marchessault.
Stamkos, Marchessault, O'Reilly, Auto Parts. Woo! Then Bedard comes back on the 13th. Ovechkin, could it be his last trip?
Well,
could he be on the verge?
Is that Ovechkin's last ride in San Jose? But that Bedard game, the time before, is that the time that, does Celebrini not come out? Oh no, I guess he would have to. Never mind. That's a stupid point. My bad.
No, I get what you're saying. Unless Boston University like absolutely poops the bed.
Yeah, no. It's not happening. The other thing too is what's Chief's name? The defenseman that we talked to earlier today.
Oh, Jake Wallman.
Yeah, Wallman. Dude, I don't know about you. I felt like he kind of tipped his hand when he was talking about his discussions with Celebrini, talking about how pumped Celebrini is to be playing, with the Sharks, and it's just kind of like, I kind of feel like that just meant he's making the jump.
Right. Yeah, I thought so too. But I mean, kind of offset here before we get to April. Definitely a vibes guy. And we've heard, of course, about Jumbo being the director of vibes, which I would love.
If that's not an official title, I'm going to be pissed off.
Right. I think Greer needs to actually do that. But I mean, he really talked about how you could sense some upsetness about how everything went down, and how he's glad to be somewhere that he's wanted. Yeah.
Not only that, that whole vibey thing was kind of weird, dude. Like it had a very metaphysical thing going on during that discussion, which was a little weird, but hey, he wants to be here, and he's, for better or worse, going to be a top pairing guy. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
And he's definitely got the big opportunity ahead with that. So it should be fun. We finish up in April. As AJ was saying, the back-to-back road games in LA and Anaheim. Then you have 3 at home with Edmonton, Seattle, Calgary, and then a quick Midwest slash Central slash Pacific Division Great White North, I guess, road trip, of course, with Minnesota, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, and then finish it off with McDavid coming back on Fan Appreciation Night Wednesday, April 16th against the Oilers.
Well, dude.
And then they can get the playoffs starting that Saturday, the 19th, I would assume.
It's so odd, though. Again, another bizarre scheduling quirk. 9 of the last 10 games are all in division. And
which
then,
is good because they, if
dude, look at this fucking schedule, dude. You play Edmonton 4 times this season, and 3 of them are in April. Like, the fuck? What
right?
the hell is that about? You play Calgary 4 times. 2 of them are in April. I mean, dude, this is really a weird. And the funny thing is that last season finished very kind of had a. Oops, hold on, let's turn that shit off.
We got
last season was kind of a similar thing, dude. Like if you look at this, keep that schedule up there.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the teams that they played from March 30th on. Oh, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so from April 1st on, dude, it was Seattle, LA, St. Louis, Arizona, Calgary, Seattle, Minnesota, Edmonton, Calgary. Like a very similar kind of a vibe. And look, I totally appreciate that they're trying to keep it in division and you would hope in time zone. But good Lord, Edmonton 3 times in half a month? Like, what the shit?
It's very Vancouver-esque from almost a decade ago. Remember there was like we played Vancouver like 3 times in like 10 days or something like that.
That's so weird. But I will say the other thing that's nice is that if anybody remembers last season, the Sharks didn't play Calgary until after Valentine's Day.
Right.
And the other thing, if I remember correctly, like they were done playing, who was it? Like, I want to say like they were done with like LA before like Christmas or something. Like it was so fast. So, or maybe that was Vancouver. I can't remember, but those are the little quirks that I always get a kick out of here. But those last ones in division, that's something else. I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of fighting, but there could be. And the other thing, of course, I'm real interested to know is, let's see, that Edmonton game on April 3rd, that's going to be the first time. Think about it. The first time Edmonton plays at San Jose this season. And it's April fucking 3rd.
Right.
Okay. So I think that's easily the last team to make an appearance this season.
I would have to think so.
I mean, wait a minute. No way. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me take a little look. See a little.
You look, and I'll get to some of the comments in the chat.
No, I was wrong. So yeah, Edmonton. Holy fucking shit. Makes you wonder if Kane will be there.
Very interesting.
Hearing a lot of chatter on NHL radio that Kane has already outstayed his fucking welcome, which, as we've all known, based on history, he tends to do.
Right. Chris Martin in the chat. Good seeing you, AJ, at the end of the draft party. Nice talking with the Dickerson pick, and thanks again for the shirt.
Absolutely. You got it, man.
Kathy asking, did Drew and Boiler ever come by your suite at draft party?
Okay, so
I know you got Drew.
That comment upsets me because that means Kathy didn't watch the entire fucking thing. Because I had a great talk with Drew. From what I understand, Boyle was never able to make the party. So, yeah, nobody got to talk to him. But, no, go back and watch the discussion with Drew. It's great. Like I said, I can talk to Drew for fucking hours. He's so much fun to listen to.
Are we gonna kidnap Drew? you know.
Uh-oh. Hold on. How are you going to do? Did somebody say, but then not tip $7?
All right.
Boiler was there. Took a photo. Well, then you know what? There must have been something where it's like he said, "Okay, I'll show up, but I'm not doing any fucking bullshit podcast thing."
No. And Chris, this is for you.
Somebody say Vancouver.
No. Never play that when I'm on here again.
So
that's the way the schedule shakes out. Again, there's a couple things I do want to discuss.
Well, I wanted to get to the promotionals.
Yep, that's where I'm at too.
Cool.
Okay, what the hell is a schedule cup?
That's a good question. We'll find out October 10th.
If they print the schedule on a cup, that better be one decent sized cup in order to read the fucking thing.
I would, you know what I'm kind of hoping for? If it's like a Starbucks drink, or heck, I'll even go as far as those Yeti / Stanley Cup drinks.
No way, those things are too expensive.
I didn't say it's going to be a sponsored by Yeti, but I mean that would be something that size would be kind of cool.
I'm interested to see how that works. I'm just like I either feel like it's going to be microscopic print or something. I don't know. I want to see. I'm a little bummed that they didn't have some like images that we could like all look at to like get us juiced up.
Yeah,
to see what they are.
I did reach out to Doug Bentz. He didn't get back to me right away with some. I was hoping to get something like that. Like 2 nights.
But either way, still better than an apron.
Yeah.
It's like, who are the Sharks playing tonight? I don't know. Let me check my apron.
But I love what they're doing for Los Tiburones 2 nights later. October 12th, a lowrider model. I'm hoping that's going to be really cool.
I'm not going to tell you what 2 of my Hispanic friends said. I told them, and they were just like, let's just say that they just got it like, hey, don't borrow our culture, dude.
October 31st, Halloween. All right,
there
we go. And then a couple of nights later, a Bay Area Unite baseball jersey giveaway. This will be very interesting.
Hold on, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm dying to know. Are they giving away something that looks like a baseball jersey? Are they giving away a hockey jersey that like is colored? Like
I want to say it's got to be a baseball baseball jersey. My question is how are they going to do a Bay Area Unite baseball jersey?
Well, you do a teal. It's a teal baseball jersey that has the Giants logo across the front.
But if it's Bay Area Unite, wouldn't you say, or if it was just a Giants baseball jersey, wouldn't you say Giants?
Well, we all know those motherfuckers are out the door.
And all I'm saying, if you are marketing, you make sure you're giving out some vouchers or something to like Barracuda games that last day the A's are in Oakland. Have a presence out there, because I think that's a brand new market to get on, especially getting with Macklin celebrating on there.
Yeah. See, even Jessica, our neighborhood, abuelita, she knows.
Yeah, I had some mixed thoughts about those tips giveaway.
So it's like I'm a little like we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Dalton, that brings up a good point. They did recently partner with the NHL. Yeti did recently partner with the NHL to get team logos and coolers on cups, so you never know.
All right. Let's see. I love a good Yeti. I use them. They're great.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Of course, with the jump
about how hard it is to read this graphic you put together.
Not gonna lie, I was trying to finalize it while we were talking to Jake Wallman, but that's another time. The Jumbo Joe Magic Art Puck giveaway with the
what the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. That's I'll give them that. They give you enough just to make you think about it. So
I'm surprised they didn't give away like a puck that has like hair growing out of it, like gray hair, like a fuzzy puck.
maybe it's a magical thing that grows hair. Who knows?
See?
On Black Friday, the future is Teal holographic trading cards.
What?
Uh,
What? What? Okay.
So I guess it's like
I'm 50 Shades of don't care. Go ahead.
okay, I'm just saying. I remember going to A's and Giants games where they hand out trading cards. This one has like holographic guys, like I'm sure of Will Smith and
Yep. Don't give a shit.
etc. The holidays matchup. I'm wondering if they break a holiday sweater. That's the 10th anniversary of the holiday sweater video. Kind of wonder.
That'd be kind of cool.
The next night, if you're a Swiftie, this one's for you. The friendship bracelets giveaway.
Oh, so Swifty. That's gonna. Is Clowe behind that?
I know you're.
Yeah, I feel like Clowe like fucking started that up in a big way. Like she's probably been bombarding the promotion.
I will also say Emily Harlan is a big friendship bracelet. The in arena host. Our good friend Ted Ramey. Ted, I know you can hear me from yonder from Concord. He's a big Swiftie. Yeah, and there's Jessica going. Yeah, Swiftie power.
Oh man, if only she'd been born 2 months earlier, dude, we'd have a new president. We'd have the first woman president this November.
Oh,
if only she'd been born 2 months earlier.
Gotcha. January 4th, the beach cooler giveaway. Now, this is the one I'm really curious on.
I think that, to be quite honest, I think that's going to be similar to the San Jose Giants on one of their churro games did a beach cooler giveaway. It's, it's a nice little insulated bag that can hold a 6-pack. And they slap a logo on there. It's fine. We still use ours from time to time if we're going to go over to a friend's house and, want to bring a sixer of Diet 7-Up or something like that. No free ads, but we want to bring a little sixer and keep the sodas cold.
Right.
It's worthwhile. If you plan on going to see Timo play anyway, nice little one to have.
Right. I gotta say, I give him credit for reaching out and not just trying to do hockey jersey after hockey jersey for that. And granted, that's only through January 4th.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Is look, I'm sorry, but sometimes ignorance needs education. Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick. But I don't know how many people on the fucking Sharks fan Facebook. First of all, please, can you do me a favor? Stop using Sharks fan Facebook like it's fucking Google. Just use Google. Like half the things that I see typed in there, if you just typed them into Google, you would have gotten the fucking answer immediately. But I saw some people post and they're like, oh, man, I remember when the Sharks, 8 years ago, boy, they gave away a lot more shit. And it's like, did you see that it ends at January 4th? Did you notice that it basically ends at the halfway mark? Do you really think, based on history, that this is all they're fucking giving away? Like, when did critical thinking stop being a fucking thing? Can we not? And yes, I see the Dark Knight Detroit 24, whatever. I say, yeah, it's fucking rant time because I'm fed up with the willful ignorance that just like, oh my God, some of the shit that gets posted on Reddit and Facebook on some of these channels where it's just, there are such things as stupid questions. I know your teachers or your parents, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Yes, there fucking is. And I see them daily on the San Jose Sharks fan Facebook. Just an amazing amount of fucking stupid that if they just watched this podcast, they wouldn't. Half the posts on that Facebook wouldn't happen because they would already know. Because I've seen shit talked about on there when I'm like, we gave that answer 3 months ago. I'm just saying, I'm tired of Todd. Fucking open your eyes. Let's talk about Ryan Clowe. Goddamn.
I was going to say, coming up, why Metallica hasn't made a goal song for the San Jose Sharks yet.
No, we know that answer. We've seen people ask, why doesn't Metallica make a song? Okay, so for the people in back, fucking 15 years ago, the Sharks reached out to them and Metallica politely declined. Next fucking question.
Next question.
Ugh.
Is Ryan Clowe back with the Sharks?
Dude, I want to know if he's a coach. I mean, Warsofsky, that crew is not set in stone yet. Now, I did see that, of course, Wiseman and Ulmer, reported by Shang,
right,
that says that the coaching staff is coming together. They, it was alluded. It seems like by Friday, when all of this dev stuff is over, we may in fact have two answers. What is the name of everybody who's going to be behind the bench for the Sharks this season? Is Macklin Celebrini making the jump? We should have those answers by Friday, if not sooner. But the fact that Clowe was there, and the other thing too, which I like, look, I'm not here to jerk myself off, but I do think it's kind of funny that when I saw the initial photo that Curtis posted,
yes,
I hit all of you guys in Teal Town, in our DM, and I'm like, dude, is that Ryan Clowe in the house? And then fucking half an hour later, people are posting, is that Ryan Clowe? And I'm like, okay, thanks for playing.
Yeah, there. I mean, you can barely see it, but the guy behind the blue shirt is definitely Clowe. Becker talking to Warsaw. Becker, thanks for putting up with our impatientness, especially with me with scheduling and jerseys and
Johnny B.
That. But yeah, that looks like it's gonna be Clowe back with the org, and that's pretty cool and nice to see. He's bounced around with, I think, with the Devils and the Rangers. He was the first head coach of the now defunct ECHL Newfoundland Growlers. So nice to see Clowe back and doing okay. I think that's more important than anything else. He's doing all right. He's definitely had some issues with the concussions after his playing career was done. So it's nice to see him do that. Some outside observations about day one of development camp, my friend. I mean, Celebrini. And a good crowd out hand.
A decent crowd, and then I'm seeing the people. When's Pav signing with this? Stop. If it happens, it happens. All right. Let's not. It sounded like Pavelski was ready to fucking pack it in, take the family back to Wisconsin, coach his kids, and see what happens. So if Pavelski is talked into coming back to San Jose, I would be shocked. I think that's maybe a 10% thing. Now, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But I don't know about that. The thing that got me about Dev Camp, you know what my fucking takeaway from Dev Camp was so far, is the fact that some people lost their shit. Why are the Sharks still wearing Adidas jerseys?
Oh boy!
Is this the fucking Utah's got their Fanatics jerseys already? Did Fanatics already fuck up and now and it's just like, who cares? They're playing in fucking Jersey. Who gives? I don't care what the fuck these guys playing. Is it an actual game? No. And stop bitching. We're just people are just out here complaining to complain. They get are they wearing teal? Then who cares? Honestly, who fucking cares who made the jersey? I don't know. The Ducks are playing in Adidas shit. I think New Jersey threw up some photos. They're still playing in Adidas shit. They got leftover stuff to get through. Let them fucking get through it. Jesus Christ. What were we talking about?
And let's be honest, with Utah, they have to have Fanatics because there's no Adidas Utah stuff.
Yeah. So I'm definitely want to see what Ryan Clowe's deal is. I want to see what if Director of Vibes is like an actual title for Gimbo. Does Marlowe even have an actual title at this
I believe
point?
he's development coach. You think he's like Ricci?
Okay, I mean, it does seem kind of a blanket, like, okay, here's how we'll get him a check.
Yeah. But I mean, let's be honest here. Having Thornton and Marlowe run things with these kids,
I love the idea of Clowe being part of the coaching staff in some way, shape, or form. Because, you know, look, if anybody's going to teach these guys how to play the puck from the bench, I'm just saying.
Right. So, but I mean, it's nice to see. Celebrini, of course, scores like his first goal. I think Pashelka actually had Remenda doing color commentary on his tweet, which is hilarious. I will say Jules is going to be out there tomorrow, so getting the footage. So I can't wait for us to.
She will be
share that.
signing autographs and taking photos.
I mean, her with Shang? I mean, no, okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Chris Martin loved watching Clowe play. Dink dink. Clowe was a savage. Yes, and yes, Jules will be out there. So I don't know which fancy hotel she'll be at, but she'll be at Shark's Ice tomorrow, and I believe
she'll be out there with us on Thursday.
Yeah, so we'll be looking out for that. So it's nice to see the kids go. Not gonna lie, I looked through some of those pictures that the Sharks Twitter crew did. They already gave out 48, and they already gave out 62. Like, damn, no chill already.
See, and again, that goes back to the whole, like, is Hurdle that beloved? You know, giving
Good
it out
point.
rather quickly. You know, has anybody worn 8 since Pavelski?
Nope.
I'm just saying. Did the Brazil-Colombia game ever fucking end, by the way? Anybody paying attention? I'm just wondering.
We won't talk Clay Thompson, but what about that Brazil-Colombia game? Hang on. I'll see if I can find it for you. It is currently 1-1.
Oh my God. What? But it's, dude, we're in the 94th minute.
Yep. So they if it keeps going, then they go into extra time. So
do they not have fucking?
They go, if it goes into extra time, it's 2 15-minute halves.
Is there a break in between?
Yeah, they'll get a break in between the first and in between extra times.
Again, okay, I'm 50 Shades of don't care. All right,
but he was asking about the score of the game.
No, it's only because I saw some people tweeting about it. Like, the last time I saw this much yellow at Levi's, the Green Bay Packers were in town, and blah blah blah.
Oh,
like, who cares?
That was a crazy game too.
Is Thomas Spear like not signed? Because I'm saying, it's like, source, Sharks want goaltending coach Thomas Spear back, and I'm like, was there was there a time when he left?
I don't think so.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Shang linking to a 2-month-old article. Okay, cool. Never mind. My bad.
Yes. Jules is saying,
okay, so they're saying it's coming back. Okay, thanks, Shang, for linking to an old article.
I didn't hear anything about Semcast. Haven't heard, but they're all out there
looking. I don't know. Ask Jules tomorrow.
Yep. And maybe we'll torment Jules with, after one day off, having her on a pod. So
yeah, Jules is going to have to run the Teal Town Twitter tomorrow.
Yep, indeed. She's saying that I know Smith gained muscle, and I know Smith talked to Ruzanowski about that today as well, that he's been trying to get some muscle and get some speed going too. So that's interesting. We'll see how it goes. So I think that's pretty much it for us on this evening. So in case you missed anything and want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube or watching us on the replay, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That will let you know when we do go on the air, if news breaks, or we are on. I think our next scheduled broadcast will be following the prospect scrimmage on Thursday on 4th of July. And if you are watching us on the replay, leave a comment down below what you think of the Sharks schedule. What do you think of the shenaniganeries going on there and everything like that? But
for those who observe, the Sharks are playing in Calgary on Drew Remenda's birthday, so relatively close to home.
Nice.
So you have that to look forward to. Oh man, I look at this schedule and I'm like, God damn it, these sons of bitches might be competitive this year.
We had a comment in the chat yesterday about, if Calgary falls off, LA.
I'm just saying, dude, St. Louis and Anaheim, they could win the first 2 games. When was the last time they did that? They could win the first 2 games of the season.
First place San Jose Sharks? I don't
Dude.
think I've ever seen that. I almost, just for shiggles, put a 20 down to make if the Sharks make the playoffs while I was in Vegas.
We'll see how that works. It's going to be really interesting to see where the Sharks are at come Jumbo retirement night.
Yes.
Because that's, they always say you don't win the cup in November, but come Thanksgiving, you could potentially lose it. Although, Edmonton, not for lack of trying. I mean, Jesus Christ, horrible time at that point, and then boom. I wonder, I was talking to Jules. Jules says that she thinks Edmonton is so far better than what they were last year. And it's like, well, last year they went to the fucking final and lost it by basically a goal. So, I wonder if Edmonton has Wyszynski pumping the tires for them again.
That's interesting. And kind of getting back, and sorry to get you going again, onto the practice jersey talk. LA Kings have new Adidas jerseys with their new Kings logo on it. So I wonder if they just heat press that on. It's going to take time for Fanatics to get it. That's not a big deal.
To me, you know what that says? That just says that new logo thing that was in the works earlier than acknowledged.
Right.
So, and the whole thing, and again, who gives a fuck what they're wearing? It's July. They could literally be out there in sweaters, Christmas sweaters, holiday sweaters. I don't care.
Holiday sweater.
Yeah. Just let me see what they're playing in October. The other thing of note, which I thought was rather interesting, is the fact that ESPN throwing a triple header on opening day on the Tuesday, right? The 8th.
They did that last year. I remember the Lightning had somebody and they started at 2 p.m. on there. So that's fun.
And that's awesome. Mm-hmm. But again, hockey needs to do more to toot its own horn. Who the fuck opens their season on a Tuesday?
Right.
Come on. Okay, we get it. October and Sunday, it definitely ain't going to be, I'm sorry, October, it definitely going to be on Sunday because of football.
Right. And the same with Monday Night Football.
But Saturday's there. Okay, yeah, college football, sure, but come on.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Especially with how early college football starts. Just fucking go Saturday, first Saturday of October for me. That's your start. It's like when football starts, do they give a flying fuck about what baseball's doing? No, they just fucking start.
Yep.
So come on. When baseball starts, do they give a shit what the NBA and NHL is doing? No, they just start. They've got their fucking opening thing. So NHL, fucking get a pair, and if you can't find them, you can borrow mine.
Yeah.
But come on, first Saturday of October. What are we doing here? Handing out the cup when it's fucking summer, literally just a few days after the official start of summer. That bullshit.
Yeah.
First Saturday. That's all. What is it in football? It's the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Yeah. No, first Thursday before Labor Day, I thought.
No, I'm pretty sure it's first Thursday after Labor Day. Look it up.
Oh no, it used to be Labor Day weekend was when they started. Yeah, it's the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
No.
So fucking flip it, baby. Just first Saturday of October, whenever the fuck it arrives.
Really,
there we go.
Really quick before we get out of here, Duck and Dodger, I think this is the first time we've seen you, so welcome. Hi guys, I'm a new Sharks fan. For my first Sharks jersey, should I go Fanatics Breakaway or Adidas Classic?
Neither. Honestly, that's my vote. Neither. I would say okay, look, if I'm going to be brutally fucking honest, it depends on what. Do you want a super comfortable item to wear that kind of looks like a jersey? Or do you want something that is more jersey looking, but has a ridiculously huge neck hole and flares out like a dress? So if you want something that's comfy that looks more like a sweatshirt than a jersey, then get a fucking Breakaway. If you want something that flares out like a dress with a big neck hole, get the Adidas one, or get on fucking eBay and just go old school and get yourself a CCM or a Reebok, or get an older replica or whatever. Get one of those, because those are the bomb.
Yeah. Askarov worth sending a top prospect? I feel like it's too risky. Rather get a guy at the deadline in 3 to 4 years.
What are we talking about?
Askarov, he's the Predators prospect goaltender now that Saros is signed for long term.
The Sharks are so in desperate need of a third goalie. Who knows what the hell's going to happen?
Yeah. Dalton Singh, has said months ago that Adidas reach out to all teams and let them know about the brand changes because Fanatics won't be doing theirs for 2 seasons. So they started under Adidas, handed off to Fanatics. Yeah.
That's fine. But they said July 1st was the official transition.
Right.
So, and I think that's why a lot of people got into a fucking tizzy, because they saw guys skating, in Adidas shit today. And what the I guess Adidas fucked up, or Fanatics fucked up, or somebody fucked up, and it's just like, why do you care this much?
True.
Stop.
So.
Yeah, California Cruising, nailing it. Just get a Kuhre CCM instead. You're fine.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He's not wrong. Get one of those steel jerseys.
Yeah,
dude.
Definitely.
Yeah, go grab a Kuhre steel jersey and thank me later.
Yep. All right. Well, appreciate each and every one of you. Again, we are scheduled to be back on Thursday following the prospect scrimmage. That will start off at around 11:30, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Sharks will have some sort of link to put out for their live broadcast. I'm sure it's Nolenberger and I want to say Drew.
It's got to be. I don't know that they're going to have anything on a visual side. I would hope they will.
They did last year. All I know is that I remember they had to run in to make sure that they did not have any copywritten music to play in the game, in the crowd.
Yeah, okay, and that's fine. But the thing that I would like to see and it's like, look, I'm not trying to dump on anybody purposely. I'm just saying I see some other hockey teams that may be located in the western area of Canada do a very good job utilizing social media to stream their games, and they do them at a almost regular season broadcast level. Mm-hmm. I would hope that the team that's in the Silicon Valley is able to lead the charge going forward. I want to see San Jose. I'd like to see the Sharks lead the way in, we're going to multi-cam this shit. We're not going to half-ass it. We don't give a shit if it's a playoff game or if it's a prospect scrimmage. Multi-cams, nice, 4K video where everybody needs to see this.
No, absolutely. So we'll leave that with you right now. Thanks for watching. Wednesday after the prospect scrimmage is when we will be back on the air. So do yourself. Thursday. I keep thinking it's Monday for Vegas threw all my days off. Forgive me. Thank you for catching that. Thursday, 4th of July, following the prospect scrimmage. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the other end of the prospect scrimmage. Keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal.